Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to download Cinema 4D, how to make a GFX with Cinema 4D, how to use a rig and bump and reflectance and put into one video, but they're all going to be in separate parts. So in the bio I might put timestamps, so if you don't want Cinema 4D, if you already have it, just skip to somewhere where I'll put it on the screen. So yeah, let's start. So the first thing I'm going to go do is go to YouTube and then type in Cinema 4D 16 bush rack. Then somewhere down here will be R18, but make sure it's by Raptor. So if you can't find it, just type in Raptor, Cinema 4D R18 Raptor. So go to this one, this guy, and go to the link in here. You can exit out. Then once it's done loading, click download. So it's going to start downloading. Then exit out and just wait for it to complete downloading. So I'll be back once it's done downloading. Okay, so now that it's done, you're going to open up the zip file. This works for Mac, I'm not sure about Windows. So now open it, then get this one, the DMG file, open it up, and then it's going to start verifying it and attaching and everything. Then it's going to open up this. Don't worry about the bin, just focus on Max on start. Double click open. Then this will pop up. Click your language, so I'm English, so I'm going to do English. Then it's going to start installing, then go to continue. Then go back to your download file and it's going to say serials. Then copy all of the R18 studios, paste them, click continue, make sure it's Cinema 4D, continue, then click continue. You can read this, but just click I have read and accepted the license. Then it's going to take up 454 megabytes, then click continue. Then I already have it, so I'm going to click no. And then once it finishes downloading, it's going to say startup Max on. Then it's going to, then just open it and it's going to open. And then you can shut every single one of them. So now once you've got Cinema 4D, so rooms down below. So you're going to need ROBLOX Studio and of course Cinema 4D, what we just downloaded. And I'll also leave bones, rig, and everything what we need in this video. So open up ROBLOX Studio, and once you're in, click base plate, and then it's going to open. Then I'm going to leave this plugin down below. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is go to view, then click this grid so it has an arrow in the middle. This won't affect anything, but I just like it, so it's better. Then go to plugins, then go to manage plugins, and then go find plugins. I said plugins a lot. Then once you have loaded here, get the load character one by Already Pro. I'll leave it down in the link. I'll leave the link down in the description. So now just click on it. then click install, and then so I'm gonna click reinstall because I've already got it, then okay, then exit out of here, then get the load character, make sure spawn at origin has an X in it, then click the username box and click it how many times you need to, and then just write your username. So who should I do? I'll do iBean machine. And then once they're loaded in, click spawn R6. Then they have been spawned. And to move around in Roblox Studio, it's just WASD, right click to move the camera and shift to go slower. So this is where you change their face, do whatever you want. So once you'll finish that, just click here, right click and click export selection. Then just name them. Alright, so now that I have my model named, I'm going to click save. Now open up Cinema 4D. And once it's done this, Cinema 4D should open. To move around, use this rotate tool up here to rotate your camera. To move, it's like this. To zoom in, it's like this. And then this is to go on this view, but we'll use that later. So now go to File, Open, then open up your Lightroom. So I'm going to use this Lightroom. What I have is pretty good. So I'm going to go Open. And then my Lightroom has been opened. So now to get our avatar in, you're going to go File, Merge, then merge your person's avatar. So now I just find my iBean machine _YTOBJ and click Open. And so if you have R16 or up, no, if you have R17 or up, this is how the OBJ import's gonna look. But if you have R16 or lower, it's just gonna say scale and make sure it's 100. But for people who have R17 and up, so you're going to put the scale at 100, normals at vertex or something, font angle at 2.5, then texture codes UVS, then splitting is objects, material import MTL file, invert transparency flip Z axis, whatever axis, I don't know, and click OK, and then that's our avatar has been imported. Some Lightrooms don't come with that, like textures already there, so if it doesn't, just go to color, the 3 dots, and then import their textures. So say, and let me just find, so if this is your texture, click open, then it's there. So turn off transparency, reflectance, and alpha. Then make sure you're still on the material. Go here, click editor, texture preview size, no scaling. It doesn't really do anything, I just think it looks better. Then go to each of the body parts except the head and the accessories and do US, but I only need to do it one time because this Lightroom does it 3 times for me. So do US. Now open up your OBJ, select these like planes with lines on top, hold shift and select all of them, all the body parts that are highlighted, then delete. Then if it deletes the body part for you, just redo it. So now if you are using R17 or up, you can see the body kind of looks a bit more blocky and we don't really want that. So go to these and then deselect angle limit. So now it looks a bit better. So now when we render it, it will come out better. So this is how my Lightroom looks. I'll leave 3 Lightrooms down below. So I'll also leave mine. So now on the side, if the body parts still have these things there, unless they have a bunny tail, just select the ones will have the things there. And if it has a bunny tail, before you bind them, just hold Control or Command and click on it so it doesn't bind with the head. Now right click and click Connect Objects plus Delete. So now when we select the head, it moves all together. Now go to File, merge, then go to bones, and then we'll find your bones, and then here are my bones. So I'm gonna go open. Then this texture doesn't really do anything, but you can delete it if you want. Now select lower body, go into this view, then zoom in to the top. Now just drag it in and make sure it's in the middle, and then do this. And then if you don't know if it's in the middle there, just zoom up here, go here, and then make sure it's there. So make sure the middle bit's in there. Now our bones have been put into place. So Cinema 4D binding bones is a bit hard, so you're going to go to, so if you don't know, you can select the right. So this is an easier way to do it. So just select the thing you want to bind. So the right one, I want to bind the right shoulders, right elbow, and right hand. So just select all of them, then move it. So whichever one moves, you're going to click shift with. So it's a bit easier. Then go character command bind. Then do the left one, characters, and then highlight. Then select it, characters command bind. Left leg with right leg, characters command bind. So the bones, so the left leg bones is going to go with the right leg Roblox character. So now the right bone legs are going to go with the left character legs. Now the torso is a bit like really easy. Just select lower body, mid body, and upper body, and then hold shift and select the torso. Go characters command bind. Then the head is going to obviously go to the head. So now characters command bind. Now that we're all like binded, I'm going to start bending limbs. Bending limbs is like super easy. So with these tools up here, if you don't really have to use this one because all this does is like select. So if you see kind of here, it just selects them. And then if I use like this one, it just selects it instead of like doing what it wants to do. So now just go to up here. This is the move tool to move the body parts. This is the rotate tool to rotate it. And then the scale you don't really need because that just makes the arm longer. Okay, so now that my posing is done, I might just pose this arm a little bit more. So now once it's like done, to render it, well, to see if you like how it looks, if you just want to render certain bits, hold like left click on here, like hold it, then click render region, and then just select where you want to render it. Then it's going to start like rendering it. This will not save, so don't worry, it's just gonna do it in bigger like block things. Now it's good, so I'm just gonna tilt the head over here. Whoopsie. So now that I've posed it, now I like this pose, so I'm gonna click render to picture viewer. So you can do shift R as well, and if this pops up, just click no, and then it will start rendering. And then once it's done, we can also, no, before we start rendering, sorry, if you do want it to be like how it is, but bleh. So just go to the render settings up here, then change it to 100, the resolution to 100, that's it. Now you can render it, unless you want it 72%. It doesn't really do anything, I don't really notice a difference. I just wanted to say that, do it 100%, because it makes your GFXs come out better, I think. So I'll speed this up, sorry I'm speaking so like fast, it's just because, yeah. So I'll speed this bit up. So now that our avatar has finished rendering, go up to here, click it, change it to 16-bit, then go to make sure alpha channel is selected, go to OK, then just name it. So I'm going to name it bean machine. Then click save. Now I'm going to show you how to do rigs and then bump and reflectance. So yeah. So to do bump and reflectance, so we're going to do those two at the same, but I will leave timestamps. So open up Cinema 4D. Do not use a Lightroom when, like, if you're not going to do bump and reflectance, use a Lightroom if you want. I don't really care. But if you are gonna do bump and reflectance, don't use a Lightroom because it comes out weird. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go to File, Merge, and then merge your characters OBJ. Then do the same presets what we did before. I'll leave a screenshot. Click OK. So now our avatar is imported. Now double click the textures, turn off transparency, reflectance and alpha. Then go to color, 3 dots, then import their material. Then do what we did last time, the no scaling. Then hold shift and delete every single thing except their accessories, including their head and their body, just not the accessories. So now go to File, then go to Open, then go to wherever your rig is saved. I'll leave one in the description, so it will probably be in your downloads file. Open up the rig, double click here, now exit out. So here on the rotation thing down here, write 180 degrees on the top one. So now it's turned facing us. So now open up the narrow rig, go to attachments, head attachments, and soldier one, delete that. So now exit, like put it back to normal. When it says change texture, turn off reflectance and go to color, then just change the texture. Now it's going to say this, click no, then it's already done no scaling on this bit. So now get your OBJ, then if it comes like this, just open up your narrow rig, then drag that into the head attachments, so it's going to start moving with the head. So now you can do your pose. So I'm just going to speed this up. So to like bend the limbs, you select the green things. So now my pose is done. Yes, I did get kind of inspired by Tokyo, or how you say his name. Sorry. Then now you can render it. So if you are using bump and reflectance, don't do it in the Lightroom, but if you aren't, do it in a Lightroom if you want. So this is how it's going to look if we add ambient occlusion. It looks pretty good. So now you can turn off ambient occlusion. Now go to the change texture. So put reflectance, bump and normal. Go to color, texture, copy shader. Then go to normal, texture, paste shader. Then go to the texture thing again, go to effects, then go normalizer. Now go to bump, texture, paste shader, strength 100. So you can kind of see that it's done a little bit of bump. So now go to add, then go to GFX, make it additive, do the reflection strength as 6, the specular strength as 80, then this is 83. Now go to add specular blend legacy, change it to 19%, then do the same what we did here, so 80, then 83, So you can see here that our character looks very glossy, which is okay because we kind of want it like that. Now, when we render it, it won't look that glossy, which is what we're going for. So now to add, this is where bump and reflectance lights come in. So now go to add a light, then put it to the side of the character, go to details, fall off, inverse, square, physically accurate. Now you can go to general, then change the color, so I'll put a purple, then copy and paste with Control C. Now put it to the other side, do a blue maybe, Control C, Control V, then maybe do a green. I like that kind of. I'll do a kind of aqua, then put it back, then do one at the back, do an orange maybe. Now see if it's all like good, because you need it like close kind of, but also a bit far so it doesn't ruin it. Now just render. So before we render, you go to the render settings, add ambient occlusion, go to add global illumination, renderer, physical options, change it to 6 to 6. Yes, I did get these from Tokyo, I think he says his name, like, I don't know. Then go to global illumination, preset, object visualization high, save, 16-bit channel, PNG, alpha channel, then click the 3 dots and save it, so bump, then save. Now exit out, then do whatever angle you want to render at, and then just render. Do the same thing what we did how rendering in the other place. So yeah. Okay, so now that we finished our bump and reflectance, you can exit out because it's been saved, and you can exit out of here, click no, and close. So I'm also going to be showing you how to edit. So on 2 programs, one is free, well, they're both free. So you go to Google, type in pixlr.com, and then go to open Pixlr editor. If you have an ad blocker, this will pop up. I just click cancel and continue with Pixlr editor and allow flash. Now, once it's been opened, go to open image from computer, then get your image, what you want. So I'm going to use this one. So now it's been opened, so you can crop it now. So go to constraint aspect ratio, then crop and make it the full size you want it to be. Then click enter. Now you can move your GFX and you can scale it. So I'm gonna go to the scale option, which is, I don't really use Pixlr, so I've forgotten how to use it. So let me just remember real quick. Oh, I remember. So go to edit, free transform, and then just make it bigger or whatever, and then size it out so it makes it look normal. Then just click anywhere and click yes. So now go to Google and find a background. So I'm gonna type in Red City. Then go images, and then I'll find the one I want. So I'm gonna get this one because it looks nice. Then save it, and click save. Then go to back to Pixlr, go file, go image, open image as layer, then find your background. Sorry if I'm not really good with this, it's because I rarely use it. So let me just find mine. Alright, so I found mine, so I'm going to open it, then drag it to the bottom, then make sure it's still selected, go edit, free transform, then make it however big you want. So just click anywhere on the screen, click yes. So I want to make my GFX a bit smaller because it looks a bit big. So yes. Now I'm going to add a white layer. So click add new layer, then go to this drawing tool, this one. Make sure it's white and it's gonna fill here, so it's all white now. Now go to this tool or click M on your keyboard, then go to aspect ratio, then start where you want and then just drag it. Make sure they're roughly the same size, then just click delete. Now go to toggle layer settings and change it to overlay. So I just personally think this looks better. So now to add text, you can go to the text tool, click and then choose your font. So I'm just gonna choose the font I always use, which is Bromello. So I'm just gonna do Bean Machine. Now I select all of it and then change the size. Now go to OK, then drag it. So I need to make this a bit smaller. Sorry for background noise if you can hear that. Now change the color to whatever color you want. I'm just doing white. Then I've done the text. So now go to layer styles, outer glow. This is if you want an outline. Go outer glow, hardness 100. Change the color to whatever you want. So I'm gonna do red. Then change the size to 9. Then it's there. So now we've got an outline on our text. So now open a new tab and type in overlays for editing. Then go to click enter, go images, and just find a couple of overlays that you'd want. So I'm gonna get a few what I'd want. I'm only getting 2 since I don't really want overlays because I use like dust particles and stuff. So now go to layer, open images layer, then open your overlays. So if they are too small, just do what we did for the GFX free transform. Make it however big you want. I want it this big. Then change it to add. Then put it behind the GFX or whatever. And then it's there. So I'm gonna add another one. So you can exit out of this mode because it's annoying kind of. Then I'll put it under the text maybe. No, I'll put it under the GFX maybe. Alright, let's find the GFX. So now it's under. Now go to edit, no, go to layer, open images layer, then open your other overlays, and yeah. So sometimes overlays can be hard to find, like good ones. So if you can't, I don't really know, but I will leave some good overlays in this video. So I'll like put them on the screen so you can screenshot them. So I'll do that after we're done editing. So go to this layer styles, mode add, then it's done. So now open your watermark or whatever. So just save it, go file, save, then make sure it's PNG, then just name it. So I'm gonna name it like bean. Then click set, then click OK, then it's gonna save it to your desktop. Now we are going to use a different program called GIMP, and it's a bit better than Pixlr. So go open GIMP, I'll leave the download link below. Now I've installed some brushes, so I'll leave a video to that in the description below on how to install brushes, but I've got quite a few, so GIMP takes a bit to load in for me, so I'll just speed this up. Okay, so now that GIMP is open, you go to File, Open, then find the one you are going to edit. So I'm gonna let me get one I want to edit. So I'm gonna edit my iBeam machine one. So click open, then click convert, then click the crop tool. Make sure it's aspect ratio and make sure it's 1000 by 1000. Now just drag and then place it how you want it to be. Now click enter. Now you can scale it with this tool. Now just make it how big you want. So I don't want it too big, but I want it big kind of. So I'm going to put this there. Now click scale and it's going to put it there. So now find a background you want. I'm going to use the same one because now go to file, open as layer. So find the one you want, click convert, put it behind, and then scale it. Now you can use your brushes if you have any. So I'm going to use some smoke brushes. So I'm going to add a new layer, click OK, make sure it's transparent. Then I'm going to make sure I get my smoke brushes. I'm pretty sure I don't have any anymore because I had to reinstall GIMP. So I might just use my particle smoke one. So I'll get my other color. So I'll get a white maybe. Then let's resize it. Now put it whatever size you want. It doesn't really matter because we're going to turn the opacity down anyway, but make sure the hardness isn't 100, or if it is, just leave it because I just did it and it looks ugly. So just do whatever you want. Now go to the opacity and lower it down. Now add another layer, click OK. So I'm pretty sure this one comes with GIMP. It's called this texture hose one. It's really good. I'm like obsessed with it. Yeah, it does. So you get the texture one, hose one. Then I like to put it like around the edges kind of. Then I like to get some definitely. Then let's get this one maybe. I like texture hose 3 as well. So I like to put this one behind the GFX as well, so it makes it look like a splat maybe. Then just resize it and do whatever you want. So I'm gonna lower the opacity on this one. And I'll also do the whole entire outline. So lower the opacity a lot, then go to the rub out tool and just rub out on his face kind of, or in their face. So now, this is only if you want to blur the body. So if you want to blur the body, just not the face, just right click and then click duplicate layer. Then go to filters, blur, then go to liner blur, then just change the length to about 15.77. Then go to OK. Now get the rub out tool and make sure it's on the layer with the blur. So now you can rub out. So it kind of looks blurry, but on the face it isn't. So now I'm going to add text. So just stretch it out. Get the font you want. So I'm going to use Bebas New iBeam Machine. So to rescale it, you have to select all of it and like make it bigger. And to move it, you have to make sure that the move tool is on the letters. So just drag it. See, it's like that. So I like to put mine on top, then drag it. Then I'll put it there. Then I'm gonna resize this one because it doesn't look that nice this big. So you also need to have your text a bit big so it's like readable. Now to add an outline, you go to here, right click, alpha to selection, select grow, then grow it by 6 or 5. So I'm going to grow it by 5. Now add another layer, make sure it's transparent, put it under iBeam Machine, get the fill tool, so I'm going to make it black. Make sure it's on the layer on the bottom. Then just click and then right click and then click select none. So now that's how it looks. So now to save it, go set file, export as IBean, then click export. Then this is going to show up, click export, then it's going to start exporting your GFX, and then I'll leave all the things like at the end, like how they turned out. So yeah, now we've finished our tutorial. Yay. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. We are so close to 100 subscribers, which is like absolutely like killing me. So yeah, also follow my Instagram, it's IIPXNDABLX for Blix. And then yeah, I'm sorry if this video is long because it does take a while to make a GFX depending on what you're doing. Plus I added bump reflectance, rigs, how to edit, how to download Cinema 4D, which a lot of people don't do, except if it's in like separate videos. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!